Typically, this is where I would say welcome back, but I won't do that since this is the first video on this channel, since my main channel is Sean Helms Media, and then my wife, her main channel is Mama J Crochet, and we wanted to make a 3D printing channel. And since we have a business, we thought it was appropriate to do reviews and hints and tips all about 3D printing. So if that's something that you're into, then let's go ahead and get this channel started. We've just been playing in the studio, creating our favorite retro characters to stack on our shelves, and man, I have to admit, they look pretty darn good. Today, we're going to share with you some of our favorite retro 3D prints that reminds us of our childhood, and you can have a single color printer to print every single one of these. For our single color prints, we like to use our Elegoo Centauri carbons. We got one there, and we got one here. And then this is going with us to all of our market fairs, so we can just do some single color quick prints so people could actually see the process and see how these models are made. We made a few changes to the studio, and we're very excited to share everything with you. For starters, we bought a new Bambu Lab P2S, and you'll see more videos soon related to this awesome machine, and an unboxing video is currently in the works. This video is going to consist of a lot of past and present too, because we had a little break. I had some back surgery. I had a spinal cord stimulator before, and I just had it removed, and minor complications, but nothing that I won't be able to recover fully from. But there was, like I said, a little break in there, and I'm now able to get around. So we got a lot of catching up to do. But in the meantime, we did buy the H2D as well, and Jill did the majority of the setting up on that one. And we also got the Snapmaker U1, and we have been printing a lot on it, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's just as good as they said it was. There's another video coming for that one, and there's another video coming for the H2D, and I owe you an unboxing on the P2S and a performance on the P2S as well. So we just invite you to stick around and help us grow this channel. If you got a new 3D printer for Christmas, you'll enjoy this. Whether you got one with a CFS, a multi-material unit, or an AMS, or whatever they're calling it for that multicolor experience. We also did some purging, and we picked up a more solid shelf from Cobalt to place all of them together. We now have a rainbow rack with our multicolor changers all lined up, and I must say, it not only looks great, but also makes filament storage and changes easier and more efficient. As you probably know, when it comes to multicolor 3D printing, the waste, or AKA poop, is a huge negative. So Jill and I began looking for no AMS multicolor prints. It all started with Christmas prints, and then from there, we were just absolutely hooked, and we couldn't stop looking for more. It seems that there are new no AMS prints being dropped daily. But between Maker World, Printables, Cults 3D, and Things, and Thingiverse, and Yegi, and all these places that outsource a lot of their STLs, you can find pretty much any and everything you need to print plates of the same color parts that result in beautiful multicolor prints. It just so happens that we love building Legos, so we find it even more enjoyable cleaning and gluing parts together. We're at the age now that staycations are the most relaxing time for us. And here's some of our vacation prints that look great on our shelves and have already received numerous comments from friends and family that have visited the studio. One more thing I've experimented with is making a football helmet for my wife for Christmas. I used the Creality K2 Plus to print a large blank model from Maker World and colored it to represent her favorite team. I'm sure some of you will have something to say about our Cowboys, but you just wait. 2050 is going to be our year. But really, it wasn't near as bad as I thought it would be. I went to O'Reilly's and bought a can of spray filler / primer and hand sanded and added more coats until it was acceptable. then added a color of my choice with a couple of coats, and then finished it up with a couple of clear coats of gloss. Jill has a cricket and printed the stripe and the star, and I must say, it turned out really good. Mama's happy, I'm happy. If you're a new 3D printer to the community, welcome and congratulations, but here's a couple of hints and tips that just might preserve your sanity. If you got a new 3D printer for Christmas, watch out for some of these grumpy old self-proclaimed expert enthusiasts. Trust me, you'll know who they are when you ask a simple question in the forums. My advice to you is make sure you use your tutorials, your wikis, your YouTube University, and read those threads before asking questions because these guys tend to attack on sight. Do not pet the enthusiasts. 3D printing in multiple parts that require glue can be daunting. The last thing 3D printers want is not be able to hold two pieces together at that perfect angle until the glue sets. We have a quick and easy solution that you just might find very helpful. First, you'll need a large bowl that you can keep out while in the glue-up process. Next, you'll need a bag of poly pellets from Polyfill and dump it into your open bowl. Since they're weighted stuffing beads, they hold just about anything you'll need until the glue sets, especially those very tiny parts. The printers that I use here in the studio are the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon and the P2S. I have the Creality K2 Plus for my larger prints with a 350mm cubed build plate and two Elegoo Centauri carbons that print some fantastic quality at a very low price. And my quick Delta printer at 1000 millimeters per second travel, the Flsun T1 Pro comes in clutch when I need something printed pretty quickly or a prototype. If you want to see anything about any of these printers, just let me know and we'll see what we can do for you. With these printers, you can imagine we go through a lot of filament, so trying to keep it dry can be a challenge. I made a print closet where we can hang our filament, making it easier to choose and swap colors. We also have a dehumidifier and an air filter that stays running constantly, and the room has a window, so if we're printing ASA or ABS, we'll have the opportunity to ventilate the room better. That about wraps things up for this video, but 2026 is going to be a very exciting year for us. We will be increasing the rate of studio and camera gear and content creation related reviews while implementing the benefits of 3D printing accessories. If this interests you, then please consider subscribing and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching and we will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.